Hi, and welcome back to my channel at Also Victoria, where I'm a part-time reseller of vintage clothing, modern clothing, collectibles. Pretty much that's it. Again, I sell on 4 platforms, 2 on Etsy, Poshmark, and eBay. So I'm going to go over what sold for the week of July 1st to the 7th. And I sold 12 items and 3 of my shops. So let me put up here my gross net fees and cost of goods. So my gross was $292.25. My net was $205.20. My fees were $63.50, and my cost of goods was $19.81. Let me start on the first in my Etsy Also Victoria shop. I sold this 1960s coral knit top, Exmoor Dimmer. It was a dead stock, so it had the tag still attached to it. So I sold it for $48, and I picked it up for $1.23 in an estate sale back in 2019. And I listed it October of last year, so it took about 6 months or longer than that, 8, 9 months to sell. I had did bulk buy at this estate sale, so that's why one day it was $200, the other day was $300 worth of just bags of clothing, shoes, and some jewelry. So that's why it came out to about $1.23 per item. And I know the buyer asked me a question about this. Oh no, it's about another coral knit, a newer modern coral knit top I had sold. So anyway, $48. And then also on the first in my Etsy Also Victoria shop, I sold this Stork Style, that was the brand name, of this maternity blue top for $34. I bought it at the same estate sale, same time, but I listed this a month later. So anyway, sold for $34. And once again, on the second of my Etsy Also Victoria shop, I sold these star earrings. I sold them for $12. I'm not sure where I got. I think I bought them from a neighbor of my mom's. I think he had a bunch of his mother's jewelry. So these were vintage earrings. And his mother actually made jewelry too. And so I just bought a bunch of stuff he had of his mother's for not very much. So I know they didn't cost me much, $1 at the most. But I didn't put it down when I bought them, who I bought them from, or how much I paid for them. But I sold them for $12. And let me see, I had listed them in 2018, of May of 2018. So they've been listed in my Etsy shop for several years before they sold. And that's how it is with Etsy. Sometimes it just takes a long time for things to sell. And they're charging me 20 cents every 4 months to relist it. But that's okay. And then they take out their 5% fees. And sometimes they'll throw in an ad there. I have a couple items that they charge me an ad fee for. Anyway, back on the second. Also in my Also Victoria shop Etsy, I sold this Catalina green stripe vest so it's vintage. Everything in my Also Victoria and my Etsy shops are vintage, unless it's handmade, because I do have a shop where I do hand make. My daughter also hand makes little gift bags and some jewelry. And then she gathers pine cones up in the woods, the huge ponderosa pine cones, and I sell those seasonally for her. But that's another story, sidetrack, another shop on Etsy, but haven't sold anything there for a long time. But I sold this Catalina green vintage, $25. I sold this green top vest for it, and it cost me $6.29, which is a pretty good price to be paying for it at the Goodwill in 2019. But I knew it was a Catalina, and I knew it was vintage, so I thought I would take the bite and buy it because it was Catalina. And I listed it in 2019, so it did take quite a few years for this to sell. But it was really cool. It was kind of preppy. Probably one of the keywords I used, preppy. And on the second of my Poshmark Also Victoria closet, I sold this aqua straw bag. It was new without the tags, but I know it was new without the tags. I sold it for $19. I think I originally had it listed for $24, and I did an offer to watchers on it. And it cost me $3 at the Goodwill here in town. And I also picked that up in 2019 and had it listed in my Etsy shop in 2019. So it was also listed quite a while before it sold. And also on the second in my Poshmark closet, I sold this Coca-Cola t-shirt for $11. Also a discounted offer to likers, and I paid $1.40 for it at a yard sale over on the coast, also in 2019. And I also listed it in October of 2019. So once again, it's been listed for a few years. Oh no, that was in Poshmark. But then on the third, in my Oso Victoria Etsy, I did a little bundle, a two-part bundle. So I sold this red and white striped double polyester sweater for $28, and then I sold this green blue polyester blouse for $20. And I have a lot of vintage tops to list. I mean, I have over 100, couple hundred, maybe not quite 200. I have a lot of vintage tops to list, but I'll get around to it someday. Anyway, let me see. So the striped one I picked up at an estate sale. Oh, in fact, both of these I picked up at the same estate sale in March of 2018. So they each one cost about 83 cents because I do bulk buys at these people's estate sale because they offer such great deals. So each one cost about 83 cents, and I listed the striped one in 2018 in May and the other one in April 2018. So both of those items have been listed for a couple of years. And I gotta get busy listing stuff there, but I'm not going to be listing for about a month or so. But yeah, I'll get around to that. Anyway, on the 4th, I didn't sell anything. And then on the 5th on Poshmark, I sold this Knightsbridge tan shirt. It was rayon for $8. It was just a nice quality. It was your standard, I don't know if it's Kmart or not Kmart, Walmart, Sears, I don't know. But it was a rayon and it was a nice quality shirt. So I sold it for $8, also offered to likers. At the discounted price. It didn't cost me anything. I don't know where I got it. Don't know how much I paid for it. Don't know when I listed it. But I think it came in an estate sale bulk buy, I'm thinking. And then on the 6th on eBay, I sold this distressed LA Revolution tank top. It looked like a Cuban. It was in Spanish, so looked like something Viva la Revolution. It was cool. It was given to me by my daughter, so I sold it for $12.99. Probably because it was distressed. The armholes were cut low and it was cropped and everything, but definitely streetwear, cool streetwear. So I think I listed it in April of this year and it sold in May of this year, so it only took a month to sell. And then on Poshmark on the 7th, I sold these Fashion by Mary Pat black boots for $15. These were also given to me from my daughter. And I don't know when I listed them. So pretty sure they've been listed for almost a year. And they had one of the buckles was broken, but I noted that. But it didn't really affect you wearing the shoes. But they were really cool, funky black boots. And the last thing on the 7th I sold in my Etsy Oso Victoria shop was this 1930s silk maxi nightgown. I sold it for $59. I don't believe there was any tags on it. I did pick it up. I kind of estimated this at $5. I picked it up at the estate sale in 2018, and I listed it in 2019, so it took a couple years to sell, or a while to sell. But the reason I listed this at $5 is because I also bought a couple of vintage, beautiful 40s vintage dresses that she wanted like $20 for or something, and I had other stuff, so she gave me a bulk deal. So I actually wanted, because I know the other ones she was charging more for, I actually kind of went ahead and kind of estimated a higher price cost of goods for those instead of my whole, because I didn't have a big pile at this estate sale. I just had these really nice quality pieces of clothing that I know would sell for a lot more there. And this nightgown is beautiful. It did have a stain on the front of it that I couldn't get off, and I noted all that, but it did sell for $59, and so I kind of estimated a $5 cost of goods there. Okay, so that is the 12 items that I sold that week, the 1st to the 7th. And let me break it down to which shop where. So I sold 7 items on my Etsy Oso Victoria shop for a total of $226. I sold 4 items in my Poshmark closet for a total of $53, and 1 item in my eBay store for a total of $13.25. So that's that week, and so you can like, subscribe, hit the bell. You come over to my channel and you just want what sold, it's in the playlist. My hauls that I pick up is also in the playlist. My adventures of Southern Oregon, Northern California is also in the playlist. So thanks for watching, and until the next video. Okay, bye.